Anything foreigners should avoid to avoid bad luck while traveling in Vietnam? Are there any customs or taboos around giving gifts?
Yeah, sometimes foreigners unknowingly cause offense by addressing inappropriate.
Hello everyone, welcome back. We have our friend Tiger with us. She's been in some of our previous videos. Welcome back.
Hello, how are you?
Good, great to have you back. So today we are going to talk about things you should know before coming to Vietnam. What are some common cultural mistakes that foreigners make in Vietnam?
Yeah, sometimes foreigners unknowingly cause offense by addressing inappropriate pronouns. So pronouns addressing is part of Vietnamese. By addressing people without a pronoun is actually a little rude or might be slightly impolite. It's okay if you live here for a long term, and you should know how to address people with the right pronoun. In Vietnamese, we have the term xưng hô trống không, which means having no pronouns addressing. In Vietnamese, we don't have polite words or phrases. So the only way to be polite is to address pronoun. For example, when you say, go ahead, eat. In Vietnamese would be ăn đi chị. Like your chị means like an older sister. If I say ăn đi chị, which means help yourself, eat. If I say ăn đi, which sounds rude because there's no politeness in that.
So what kind of pronouns are you talking about? Just to clarify for those who don't.
Right. Pronouns is part of our language. Addressing people based on hierarchy levels. We don't have first person pronouns, second or third. So for example, if I call you chị, then will always be a chị for me, older sister. Right? So addressing pronouns shows respect. Show respect, and we address people pronouns based on a gender and the relationship between you and them.
What's one thing you think foreigners should know about Vietnamese etiquette?
Show respect for elder people, and social hierarchy is very important. Not only have to use the right pronouns, but you need to have your body language. You have the right gesture. Gesture is pretty important. So, right, you don't point at people. You don't point at people with your index finger. You point with your whole hand. Sky, I would like a little help here. Could you please show me how would you wave to catch people's attention in the US?
Like catch what, like a taxi?
Like come here, like that. Like this, right?
I just use my whole hand.
I see some people, they do this.
I feel like mostly guys do that. I'm like,
Right. Vietnamese people will go, too. Because doing like this is kind of rude, right? This gesture right here is like calling little kids or animal. You know how we call dog? Kiki. Like that. With one finger, it's like kiki. So if you want to catch people's attention or wave them to come here, don't do like this. Instead, do it upside down. Yeah, you put your hand like this and you're like, anh ơi, em ơi, bà ơi, like that.
So not like this way, but more like facing down. What should foreigners avoid doing in public?
Foreigners should avoid doing PDA, like kissing or perform a French kiss in the public. Hugging is fine, we get used to it, but a French kiss would be too much. Oh yeah, and showing aggressiveness loudly, verbally, would cause a lot of attention as well. You should avoid voice your dissatisfaction out loud because Vietnam cultures, they value modesty and calmness.
So no aggressive public outbursts.
Yeah, no outbursts because people would gather as a group and see what's happening. Well, in Vietnam, from a very long time ago, people would gather up like a live action play, and the whole street would be jammed. Yeah, and people would watch, and sometimes they get involved in to call the emergency. We're gonna do it very, very later, like not immediately, like not call 911 immediately. No, we have to get involved to it first.
Interesting. In America, sometimes they'll call the police immediately.
No police immediately here.
Here's delayed.
If it's dangerous, then we would call the emergency immediately. But if it's just a fight, just a throw hand, then we can break it out by ourselves.
Is there a Vietnamese phrase or expression that would be helpful for foreigners to know?
There are phrases like to catch people's attention, like em ơi, anh ơi. That involves pronouns. But if you know the person name, you could add the name with the word ơi. It's like em ơi. The word ơi sounds very endearing. It's like dear. It's just a phrase to catch people's attention. And And one phrase is that at a party settings, at a dinner table or a celebration, then of course we always hold our cups up and say cheers. And that's the most easiest phrase to learn. 1, 2, 3, yo. Yo means cheers. 1, 2, 3, yo. It's very exciting to do. And when after you do it, it's like you let out your adrenaline, and after that cheer, you would feel like you're closer to the people on the table. Like at first, you seem like, oh my god, he doesn't look too friendly. But after everyone said 1, 2, 3, yo, it's like an icebreaker. Now everyone knows everybody. And when you say yo, you have to raise your cup.
Are there any lesser known customs that foreigners should be aware of?
When you visit a friend's house, you should say hello to everybody, like chào ông, chào bà. Not only that, but if you want to show extra friendliness, like you know the culture, you know about Vietnamese people, to bow down to their altar. Like when you see an altar, probably God altar or ancestors altar, you have to bow down to the altar. It goes like this. Yeah, just one simple bow to the altar could make a very good impression, especially for your friend's parents. They say, oh my God, this person is educated, this person knows what's going on, this person knows about the culture.
Very nice, showing respect. What are some common scams foreigners should watch out for in Vietnam?
You should watch out for overcharging rides. Just use app. Using apps is very easy. That's how you avoid of overcharging rides.
Are there any customs or taboos around giving gifts in Vietnam?
Oh yeah, avoid giving anything sharp, like knives, scissors, blade, or even a needle. You want to give your tailor friend a needle, like a set of needles for her birthday, or maybe you need a needle to stitch up your torn dress. This is funny and weird at the same time. You want to borrow a needle just to stitch up your torn fabric. If you want Vietnamese people to hand you a knife or needle, they won't hand it out to you directly. They will put it somewhere, or maybe a table, and then tell you to go get it or pick it up.
Is there a reason why they do that? Why they don't hand it out to you directly?
Yeah, because it's a superstition. So if you hand out a person a knife, it believes that they will use that knife to backstab you. It's sort of like a betrayal. Also, a needle is the same. They use that needle to poke you. I'm just talking about very superstitious aspect. But other than that, they give out like normal. It's okay. So I did mention knives, scissors, needles, like sharp objects that, normally the Vietnam custom would stop you and then put those stuff in the rubbish bin. What about lighter? The Vietnam custom, they will stop you at the airport for bringing a lighter to our country too. Actually, giving out lighters for gifts is a good thing because lighter represents light. It's like lit a light to their life. Anything shine and bright and meaningful and warm, it's good to give out.
So it just gives light to life?
Let's imagine that a friend of yours is in a very negative time of her. She's feeling very gloomy and sad. Giving her a lighter, it could be a superstition that to light up her life, like give her hope. Lights mean hope. People be giving out lighters.
Anything foreigners should avoid to avoid bad luck while traveling in Vietnam?
What is cat in Vietnamese?
Meow.
Right, that's right, meow. Cats in Vietnamese mean meow. There's a verb for cartwheeling, lo meow. So that's why you should not bring a cat on the bus or a coach because the drivers, they're being very superstitious. They're afraid that the coach or their bus might cartwheel.
Might flip over?
Yeah, might flip over, that's right. And also motorbikes as well. Motorbikes is very commonly used to commute, so it's not a big problem. But if you want to bring your cat from one city to another, try to hide it in a box. Make sure that the driver don't know, because my friends do bring cats on buses and coaches, but just don't let the drivers know. Like not all drivers are superstitious like that. Some driver can be understanding and animal loving.
But some drivers that might be superstitious and not allow you if you have a cat?
Yeah, not allow you. They won't let you on the bus. You will have to wait until the next bus until you don't have a superstitious drivers.
Interesting. But they'll allow dogs or puppies on?
I think so, yeah. Bring a puppy, yeah. Or maybe they don't allow pets because, they going toilet on their bus. But other than that, just not cat because of the male fact.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for sharing. We learned a lot.
I'm happy to share.
Chào tạm biệt. Bye bye.